Hi there, Ian Dixon here. A really interesting video for you today. It literally is another 5-6 minutes. But one of the things, this is a video actually that I'd normally share at the start of the year. And if you're a business owner and you're watching this video, I'm confident that there'll be something in here that will be useful to you. So much of the work that I've done over the last 15 years hasn't actually been about business activities. It's been about the mindset of the business owner and how they go about their day and how they approach their work. And there's been lots of very common, consistent messages to share with those hundreds of business owners over the years. And I've written 10 down that are things you should really treat yourself to if you're a business owner and you want to have a successful, enjoyable, productive and fruitful year. So if that's of interest to you, stay with me, because that's basically what I'm going to share over the next 5-6 minutes. My top 10 ways in which you could treat yourself this year to a clearer, brighter mindset, because it's tough, you know, it can be very tough as a business owner. So please do click on the subscribe button and ding the bell if you'd like to be notified of when the videos go up. They will go up every day, but we welcome you on board to the channel. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into them. So 10 ways in which you could treat yourself to being a better business owner that is to do with how you think. So the first one, my first tip really is to be present, is to be wherever you are. And I think it was Ivan Meisner said, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, be there. And so this concept of being present, I go networking a lot and I see people they're elsewhere, you know, mentally they're elsewhere, obviously physically they're not, but and I'm sure that carries right through their day. So, and the most important message, especially if you're somebody that employs people, be there with them. When you're with customers, be there with them. When you're with your suppliers, be present. So whatever it is and whatever you're doing, just be there, be present. It's such a, we live in a world where there is just so much coming at us. It's so easy to try and get in front of ourselves and we end up losing the moment. And there's so many things that we don't see because we don't stay present. So that's my first tip, is to be present. The second one is, you would think, well, does it really matter? Does it make a difference? But the second one is to celebrate your wins. Anybody that's worked with me will know that it's always on our agenda to, you know, if there's a goal that's been set, then pretty much the next thing I'm going to ask is, well, how are we going to celebrate that? Or how are you going to celebrate that? Apart from anything else, it's a fun thing to do, but it's also from a psychology perspective, it absolutely makes a difference if there is some kind of reward or celebration to acknowledge overcoming a challenge or a win of some description. So that's tip number 2. The third one is to be abundant. It's like, I know that I'm a rare creature in the world that we live in today. I am a completely abundant person. I think that there's plenty of everything for everybody. Again, in business, I see so much of this scarcity mindset, and actually there is plenty of business for everybody if we were just to loosen our shoulders a little bit and be a little bit more giving and a little bit more helpful to others, and not have a scarcity mindset. I just think the whole of business would be so much more enjoyable to do. And it starts with you. It starts with how you approach your busy day and busy week, is to come out each morning with an abundant giving mindset. The third one is have a purpose. The fourth one is have a purpose. The third one was be abundant. The fourth one is have purpose. So what do I mean by that? Is that always set out. I know so often we end up with things coming at us and it stops us, it draws us away from our purpose. But again, I know people that are in business that they actually don't set a purpose because they know that stuff's going to be coming at them and it's going to prevent them from having a purpose. But you should always set out with purpose. Every day, every week, every month, every year, have purpose. I am incredibly clear about my purpose for this year, and that scales right back to today. I know what I need to be doing today that is contributing towards my purpose for this year. So having purpose and working and having a mindset where you have clarity of purpose, even if you know things are going to get in your way, shouldn't stop you from having purpose. So that was number 4. Be competitive with yourself is number 5. So I love this. One of my big 100 tips is in business, the greater than sign is incredibly powerful. So being competitive with yourself and wanting to, I'm a competitive person, so I'm good at being competitive with myself. So if I do something that is recognized as being good, I want it to be better. So I'm constantly trying to do things and improve from where they are today to make them even better. So being competitive with yourself is a good thing to do in business. So setting standards within yourself and within your business that exceed the expectations or the indicators that your customers need or want is going to keep your standards and their standards high. So being competitive with yourself is number 5. Helping others is number 6. This is a great networking tip, which I'm actually going to cover in a separate video. But basically, when you go networking, rather than go networking for yourself, you go networking with a primary objective to help others. And it changes the whole vista and it changes the whole ambience of your networking experience. So is if you're going with a very helping others mindset, but it doesn't have to be a networking environment to be able to help others. We have online platforms where we can see have a read of this, or have you tried that, I'd like to invite you to this, that or the other. So helping others is number 6. And just before I move off it, one of the great things about helping others is it's a very selfish act. So let me explain. So helping others actually makes you feel good. So doing something nice for somebody else is something that you get off on. So I get off on it. If I know that I've done something good for somebody, I feel good about what it is that I've done. So it is seen, certainly by me, as something that is maybe a little bit of a selfish act, but so what? So, everybody gets to benefit. There is no loss out of helping others. And nobody got poor out of helping others. That's the other thing. On the contrary, in business, you're far more likely to get business by doing that. Number 7 is something that I embraced literally on day 1 of this on this journey of doing what I now do, which is to learn every day. Sometimes we can't help but learn. It's just a byproduct of what we're doing in business when we're exposed to new experiences and new challenges. But to proactively take time out to read, watch, listen, to explore and to do new things in business, to stretch ourselves, makes us so much more competitive in business. So actually setting time aside to learn and develop, rather than just wait for to get your fingers burnt on a hot stove, is to actually go out and understand what happens if I touch the stove. So actually go and proactively learn new things. So that was number 7. Number 8 is to accept 100% responsibility for everything in your life, in business, personally, doesn't matter what it is. It's a harsh call to start off with, because straight away you'll be thinking that there are definitely some things that you can't accept responsibility for. For example, being stuck in traffic. You can accept 100% responsibility for everything in your life, and then that if anything needs doing or anything hasn't been done, whose fault is it? It's yours. Accept 100%. The sooner I got my head around the fact that if it's to be, it's up to me kind of thing, the more I got done, and I can't go into victim mode. It's my responsibility, and it's a fabulous mindset for a business owner to have, is to not be leaning on or pointing at an excuse or blaming whatever it might be that's out of your control, because there is always something that you can do to counter whatever it is that's happening. So accepting 100% responsibility is number 8. Number 9 is push yourself hard. So I posted up a video the other day about look for pain and or expect friction, or expect pain and look for friction. A combination doesn't matter. pain and friction are demonstrations that you're moving, and or you're changing direction, and obviously in business that they're both important things to be doing. So pushing yourself hard, knowing that there's going to be some pain of some description, because if you're not pushing yourself hard, you'll get the pain of regret. So pushing yourself hard is number 9, and then the last one is to believe in what you are doing. So there is a cliche image which I think is kind of dated now, where you know there's a guy down a big deep hole digging for diamonds, and it says, you know, never give up, you never know how close you are, and the diamonds are like this far away. I think we live in a world now where if you are digging a hole and you're not enjoying digging the hole, get out of that hole and go and dig another hole, go dig a hole somewhere else, and just keep digging holes, and rather than get into one hole and just keep digging and digging and digging. But whatever you're digging and wherever you're digging, believe while you're digging that it's going to work. So and enjoy the fact that you believe it's going to work. So until somebody taps you on the shoulder and says, you know, Betamax tapes, people don't buy them anymore, you have to believe that it's a thing. So I certainly wouldn't be sat here right now if I hadn't had you know, 1000% belief in what it was that I was doing, because I can assure you along the way there have been lots of occasions and lots of evidence to support the fact that what I was doing was crazy, and that it doesn't work, and that I can't make a living out of it, and that I need to go and get a job. So, and there were many occasions when it was only my belief systems that kept me going. So I'm going to do a video just on this because I'm conscious of the time. We're now into 11 minutes. So that was pretty much it. Be present, celebrate your wins, be abundant, I've got them written down. Have a purpose, be competitive with yourself, help others, learn every week, take 100% responsibility for everything you do, push yourself, and believe in what you're doing. Believe in what you're doing. So until somebody tells you that you trust and have respect for, that you know you're not doing the right thing, just you have to believe in what you're doing. So hope you found that useful. 10 ways in which you could treat yourself this year if you're a business owner to have a more successful and enjoyable year. Like I say, please do click on the subscribe button. We welcome your subscriptions to the channel, and we look forward to catching up with you on the next video. Bye for now.